Salutations, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland. This is more from Magdalen College, Oxford. So you can see some of the ancient 15th century buildings, some of the more modern buildings behind, 19th century, in this faux medieval style, including a bit of the library, where my friend, the late Edmund Sutton, unfortunately lived when he was an undergraduate. This is a little bit of the chapel. We won't film it in great detail now. And then look at this very fine tower here with a slightly curved windows, bit of stained glass in the windows, bit of the royal coat of arms. So Henry VI was king when it was founded. And then you can see the Blessed Virgin holding the orb, other figures up there. To the right, you see, bottom right, you see Bishop William Waynflete in the attitude of prayer, Bishop of Winchester. Winchester was one of the most significant cities in the country in the Middle Ages. And the royal treasury had been kept there for a long time. Winchester College was there, which was founded about 70 years before Magdalen. Winchester College is a secondary school for boys, by the way. You can see him holding his crozier. That's the bishop's crook, as in he's going to be a shepherd. His flock, his sheep, that's the people he looks after, and wearing his mitre, a bishop's hat, is meant to represent the flame coming out of his head, like tongues of flame out of the heads of the 12 apostles at Pentecost, as in 50 days after the ascension of Jesus to heaven. The president's lodgings. Okay, so the president is the person who's in charge of this college, the head of house. So every Oxford University College has a head of house. There's a different title for different ones. It's Master of Univ, it's Warden of Merton, it's, I can't remember, it's Dean of Christchurch, it's President of Magdalen, and on and on. There are various different titles they can have. So head of house is the generic term. I don't know who the president is at the moment. They're sometimes a retired professor, a superannuated politician, some sort of distinguished person, a retired judge and so on, and he or she lives in term time. They can go away other times. They serve for typically 10 years these days. A long time ago they used to serve like for life. We don't want them there too frequently. You don't want them staying too long. The place will silt up. Okay. So what will come through under this is built like a colonnade, because remember in those days it was very much an ecclesiastical foundation in the Middle Ages, and almost everybody who came here, who graduated, became a priest or a monk. Obviously women weren't allowed to come to the university until 1878, and most erudite people were clergy, were priests or monks, even they practiced law or accountancy or medicine or something like that. And religion education was largely the same thing. So if you look overhead, perhaps you see the Magdalen coat of arms again, the black and white checkered diamonds, the lilies of the Blessed Virgin, and all sorts of other motifs in the ceiling, embossed in a wonderful way. If you come much further forward, you'll see the royal coat of arms, medieval royal coat of arms, blue and red with the gold lilies of France, because Henry VI claimed to be King of France, with the 3 lions of England or Pride of Normandy on a red field. Okay, look over here, a war memorial. Much easier to see the coat of arms here. There you see, these are red roses of Lancaster. Henry VI was a Lancastrian. The Wars of the Roses started 1455, ended 1485. It wasn't 30 years of continuous fighting, just several brief periods of fighting in the 30 years. And the white lilies of the Blessed Virgin. And then war memorial to all those boys of this college, and they were all men only, until about 1980, who were killed in the First World War in their unit, like Grenadier Guards, Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve. I won't go through all of them, but I thought, where is it? There's a German guy who's commemorated, and I thought it was very commendable that they did that as well. If you look right down here, Freiherr von Waldhausen, Wehrmacht. Freiherr, he was a baron, literally free master of the forest houses. That's Wehrmacht, defense force in German. And then in Vietnam, this American chap who got a Silver Star, 1st Cavalry Division, US Army. So if we come a bit further, so we're in a colonnade, so you can walk around here. There's obviously a courtyard in the middle, that's all grass, we're not allowed onto it. Come nearer, please. And that's it. And so there are no windows, and you can walk around here because, monks would walk around. I don't think there were ever monks actually running this place, but it's absolutely got fabulous buildings, so characterful. You see all the stone figures carved in between the windows up high. You see the gargoyles. It's not very high rise. And if we come right over to this angle, much further into the corner, perhaps looking way up high, you can see Magdalen Tower. And for centuries, Magdalen Tower was the tallest building in the city. And Thomas Wolsey was bursar of this college in the early 16th century. Bursar means in charge of the money, purse bursar, get the idea? Or boursa these days. for the stock exchange. And he had Magdalen Tower built. It almost bankrupted the college. Anyway, 1st of May is a big day in Oxford. Doesn't matter which day of the week it falls on. 1st of May is supposed to be the beginning of the summer, and the boys of Magdalen College Choir, and they really are little boys, not undergraduates in the college, boys sort of under the age of 12, they go there at dawn and they sing to the dawn, they welcome the summer, and that's that. And people will have been at all-night parties, tens of thousands of people will gather in the street below. Magdalen Bridge is closed, and it's a time of great revelry. Yeah, it was the one day of the year in ancient times when illicit romantic liaisons were permissible, and so that's that. So it doesn't matter whether it's a Sunday or whether it's a Tuesday or whatever day of the week it is, people will always celebrate that. You can see a bit of it in Shadowlands, that film about C.S. Lewis, the Magdalen Don. So across the river there is Magdalen College School, which is a boys' day school, independent school, and if you go there, you can. It doesn't guarantee you come to Magdalen College later on. In fact, great majority of them don't go there. But Magdalen College School was founded to provide choir boys for the college, unbroken voices. But most of them just go to study other places afterwards. So Magdalen College School is for boys aged 11 to 18, whereas Magdalen College here is for men, women 18 and upwards to be undergraduates, to be postgraduates. So that's that, a little introduction to one of Oxford's most fabulous, gorgeous and historic colleges.